Welcome to the Capture module, where we're exploring the capture habit, a core principle of building a second brain. Capture is all about the inputs and is the first stage of the code process we discussed in previous videos. Why do we want to make capturing things a habit? Well, our mind is amazing at producing a constant stream of thoughts and ideas. It's very generative, but retaining information is a bit harder, as anyone knows. Whenever we interact with ideas or information that we find inspiring, surprising, useful, or personal, then we want to capture that idea as soon as possible, because our brains are not going to hold on to it for a very long period of time. When setting up your second brain, it's important to think about which capture tools you're going to use to bring highlights and sections from things that you read, watch, and listen to back into Notion. Your capture tools open portals for information into your personal knowledge management system. Therefore, your capture tools will greatly influence the quality, frequency, and relevance of the information you interact with in your second brain. There's this common saying that you are what you eat, and this is just as true for your information diet as it is for your physical diet. To put the capture habit principle into practice, we're going to install the Notion web clipper as your first tool and walk through how to use it to capture information and save it to the Knowledge Hub database. If you're already familiar with the Notion web clipper, I've included a list in the video description below full of other tools which you can try for capturing from books, podcasts, videos, and more. You're going to need Google Chrome as your web browser, so if you don't have that installed yet, pause the video, download it, and click play to continue. Once you've got Chrome installed, go to the Notion web clipper page on the Chrome Web Store and install it. I've left a link to it just below this video. If you hit Add to Chrome and say Add Extension, then it will pop up over here, but might disappear. To pin it to this toolbar here, we need to click the jigsaw icon, and I have far too many extensions, but if you scroll through and find the Notion web clipper and hit this pin icon, then it will just stay there in the toolbar. Great. Now that you've got it installed, search for an interesting article or blog post that you'll want to read later. I wanted to find out how to speak to dolphins, so I found this article on Doggo News. And now that I have the Notion web clipper, I can save this to my Notion workspace by clicking the shortcut in Chrome. I have to select what table and database I want this to be added to, so I'm going to search for the Knowledge Hub. Perfect. Make sure that you pick the database and not the page, otherwise it will just dump this article in the bottom and not put it inside the database. So find the Knowledge Hub database, and you can modify the text here so that it's more memorable or that you know specifically what this page is about. So I might want to say that this is from Doggo News, just to add some more context. If you hit Save Page and then say Open in Notion, then you can see what it looks like in your workspace. As you can see, it's created this new page in the Knowledge Hub database. It's told me when I created it, when I last edited this. It's also copied over all the text and images, which is kind of cool. Just bear in mind that not every article or page does this. Sometimes you'll have to copy the specific text that you want and bring it over into Notion. If I navigate back to my Knowledge Hub page, then you can see that it's created this new entry in the database. If it's not at the top, then you can change the sort here, and I've put it for a descending order in the time that it was created, so that puts all the latest stuff at the top. I can go ahead and add what type this is, so if I search for article, then I can do that. And I've also given you a bunch of things which you could link this to, like what area it is, and also a status. For now, just add what type this is. This is an article. And now I want to go back and get another interesting article. So if I go over here, I was looking for how to build a landing page. So if I find this article interesting, useful, or insightful, then I can also do exactly the same and bring it over to my Knowledge Hub. That title looks perfect. It's going to the same database. I'll click Save Page and open in Notion. Great, that looks like it worked, and it even copied across all the images and the headlines. That's perfect. What I want to do now is go back to the Knowledge Hub and see what type of information this is. It's an article, and now both my articles are ready here in my Notion space for me to extract the key insights and important information out of them. In the Distill module, I'll show you how to do that with a few methods. In the text below this video, I've linked to some other capture tools. We just saw how to get stuff from your web browser into Notion, but there are other tools for capturing information from podcasts, YouTube videos, and just about anywhere really. If you're feeling adventurous, go try them out, or just go on to the next lesson where I'll be setting you up with a challenge.